Being a public figure comes with its triumphs and struggles. Whether you're an actor, singer, TV personality, or activist, people will always have something to say about you. The best celebrity documentaries give insight into the professional and personal lives of their famous subjects and document the highs and lows of their careers. Most importantly, they establish the individual's legacy and their place within the culture. An Academy Award winner for Best Documentary in 2016, A24's Amy is an intimate snapshot of the late British singer Amy Winehouse. Through a mixture of archival footage, unseen home video, and concert performance clips, the film chronicles her musical success and eventual spiral into addiction, which led to her death. It's a reminder of Winehouse's once-in-a-generation talent but focuses heavily on the monster that is fame in the modern age. Deeply affecting and moving, 25 movies that leave viewers completely devastated. Through the use of archival footage, personal interviews, and clever scripted elements, still tells the story of much-loved actor Michael J. Fox. From his breakout success in the 80s with Back to the Future and family ties to his life-changing Parkinson's diagnosis, the film covers all elements of Fox's turbulent life. Viewers will be inspired by the strength and optimism of the actor, who refuses to back down against an incurable illness, and instead uses his platform to help fight it worldwide. Directed by Ron Howard, The Beatles, 8 Days a Week, the touring years focuses on the early success of the biggest band of all time, The Beatles. Documenting the years between 1963 and 1966, Howard utilizes interviews, found footage, stories, and photographs to explore the rise of Beatlemania and how it affected and ultimately changed the world. There have been many documentaries about the band over the years, but this one proves to be a must-watch for die-hard fans. 18 of the most hilarious songs in music history. This documentary is a heartwarming portrait of the life and legacy of Fred Rogers, known by most people as Mr. Rogers, the most beloved children's television presenter of all time. Through his show, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the TV icon comforted children all over America with his gentle manner, ideals of kindness, and thoughtful approach to difficult and timely subjects. Viewers don't have to necessarily have grown up with Mr. Rogers to be moved by this film. Pop star Selena Gomez bears her soul in My Mind and Me, a raw and personal documentary that sees Gomez navigate stardom alongside physical and mental health issues over a 6-year period. Gomez is candid and transparent about all aspects of growing up in the limelight, as well as her battles with lupus, bipolar, anxiety, and depression. Viewers will have a newfound respect for Gomez's courage and openness, as the documentary highlights the importance of seeking help. 20 TV deaths that absolutely crushed viewers. Moon Age Daydream is not so much a documentary as it is an experience. Rather than following the linear conventions of documentary filmmaking, this is an odyssey into the creative mind of David Bowie, achieved through a unique and sensory journey. Through performances, images, sounds, art, and different elements of culture, viewers aren't just exposed to Bowie's life but the very essence of him as an individual. Moon Age Daydream redefines what a music documentary can be. He Named Me Malala tells the incredible and empowering true story of Malala Yousafzai, who, at just 15 years old, was shot by the Taliban for speaking up in support of girls' education. The film documents the events leading up to the incident, as well as Malala's rise to activist and the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize winner. The documentary also places importance on Malala's father, a former teacher who encouraged and nurtured his daughter's passion and voice for education rights. 25 movies that will really mess with your head. Lady Gaga is one of the biggest artists of all time, and Gaga, 5'2", gives fans a behind-the-scenes glimpse into the woman behind the performer. The documentary follows Gaga during the production of her album Joanne and the lead-up to her performance at the Super Bowl in 2017. Viewers are able to get a more stripped-back and unguarded look at the singer as they spend time with her in her home and gain insight into her personal struggles with chronic pain and relationships. RBG examines the remarkable life and career of U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, whose legal legacy has pioneered the fight for gender equality. Audiences meet Ginsburg, aged 84 at the time of the documentary, but the film also documents her life before being appointed a Supreme Court justice, where she thrived professionally despite facing gender discrimination, a fitting tribute to a feminist icon and trailblazer who changed things for the better. These 45 TV shows and films were breakout roles for super famous celebrities. Mystified takes a bittersweet and affecting look into the troubled life of Michael Hutchence, frontman of INXS, who passed away aged 37. Interweaving archival footage, intimate home movies, and stories from family, friends, and past lovers, including Kylie Minogue, the documentary is a reminder of the layered and incredible artist and human being Michael was. It also sheds light on the damage being in the spotlight can have on an individual, which is sometimes irreversible. Becoming follows former First Lady Michelle Obama on the book tour for her autobiography of the same name in 2019. During the tour, Obama connects with the public through appearances, talk shows, meetings, and more. The documentary emphasizes the impact she had during her tenure and beyond, especially as viewers see the way she has inspired young women all over the country. Becoming makes a fitting companion piece to her best-selling book, The Best Michael J. Fox Roles. This documentary sees teen activist Greta Thunberg on an international quest to warn adults and those in power about the threat of climate change. From her school strikes at the age of 15 to starting a global movement and speaking at the United Nations, the film follows Thunberg's inspiring journey and her importance as a voice for young people who will be affected by climate issues. Most importantly, it reiterates Thunberg's urgent message of acting now before it's too late. Billie Eilish's meteoric rise to modern music icon has been incredible to watch, and this documentary takes a look at where it all began. The World's a Little Blurry reveals how the success of her debut album transported her from recording songs in her bedroom with her brother to becoming a Grammy winner. Through personal footage while touring and at home with her family, viewers get to see the incredible artist that Eilish is but are also reminded of the fact that she's still just a regular young person. The best recurring characters from Friends. Robin Williams is one of the most beloved actors and comedians of all time, and this documentary pays tribute to his life, career, and legacy. Mostly told through Williams's voice, as well as previously unseen archival footage and interviews with friends, family, and colleagues, it offers an insight into the many layers of the actor. As the title suggests, viewers are taken into the mind of Williams in a film that is equally joyous and emotional, just like most of his work. Cobain. Montage of Heck examines the complex life of Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain, who infamously passed away at just 27 years old. Using material and footage provided by the Cobain family, the film sensitively and empathetically looks at the positive and negative aspects of Cobain's life. From his early years in Aberdeen to his success and downfall with Nirvana, it pays in-depth tribute to Cobain as a musical artist and human being. 20 facts you might not know about Fight Club. There's a good chance that Swifties have already watched Miss Americana, but for those who haven't, it follows pop sensation Taylor Swift across several years of her career. The curtain is pulled back at Swift gives us a look into her personal life, including the transformation from a young girl to a woman in the music industry, her battle with an eating disorder, and insight into her creative process. The documentary is about Swift and what it's like to be a female celebrity in America. For years, Pamela Anderson has largely been known as a sex symbol and Baywatch star, but in this documentary, she takes control of the narrative and tells her story in her own words. Anderson shares personal videos and diary entries to chronicle her rise to fame, infamous romances, and of course, her much-talked-about sex tape. Anderson will win viewers over through her reflection and authenticity and will change people's perceptions of her. Disney Channel original movies with the most ridiculous plots. With the recent passing of the legendary Tina Turner, there's no better time to look back on her life and legacy in this 2021 documentary. Featuring interviews with Turner herself, Tina examines the triumphs and trials she faced in becoming the queen of rock and roll. There's abundant unseen footage, audio tapes, photographs, and interviews with prominent celebrities like Oprah Winfrey and Angela Bassett, who discuss the everlasting influence of Turner. Val Kilmer was one of the most popular actors during the 80s and 90s but has recently deteriorated due to his battle with throat cancer. This unflinching and intimate documentary follows the actor's current struggles and day-to-day life while also unveiling over 40 hours of unseen footage covering everything from home videos to his blockbuster movie star days. Kilmer's determination and dedication to being an artist are utterly inspiring and poignant. The 21 best action movies of the 21st century, so far. This HBO film tells the story of the titular band's rise to fame and their experience of working as a family in the spotlight. The documentary features interviews with eldest brother, Barry Gibb, and archival interviews with his late siblings, Robin and Maurice. It takes an in-depth look into the brothers' success, including the making of the iconic Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. It also contains interviews with modern musicians and admirers of the band, such as Chris Martin and Justin Timberlake. Did you enjoy this slideshow?